My name is Spencer Mead. I'm doing the first video update for Group 3 for ECE 495. Today I'm going to discuss what we've accomplished so far, any technical problems we've encountered, ideas we've been tossing around and testing, major challenges for next week and beyond, how our group is progressing on schedule, and if our group is working well together. First off, I'd like to discuss Project 1, which was to build a full wave rectifier and send it various waveforms from Simulink to get rectified. This was important because building the full wave rectifier was fairly easy. However, making sure that Simulink worked and we could send different waveforms out was very important for the rest of this project. The next project that we did was controlling a servo motor using a potentiometer and closed feedback control. This was very important for building a robot because servos are used throughout the robot, and this gave us a firm understanding of how they work and how to control them using Simulink. The only technical problems we've run into so far was having Jarek's PC not connect to the target PC. This was due to Jarek's computer having a different version of MATLAB than the target PC was expecting. Our group has generated a few ideas and are currently testing them. The first idea was propulsion versus gravity as a launching method. The group is sort of split on this right now because both have their pros and cons, and we just aren't really sure quite yet what we want to do with them, which is why we're testing them further. Next, we came up with a few different load designs to load the ping pong balls into our robot. The first one consisted of a servo rotating, dropping a ball in, catching the next ball, so it just loaded one at a time. The next was having the servo wiggle a little bit, which has been used in the past by groups. So it just wiggles, drops the ball down, and loads the next ball in. And finally was a sliding gate method where there's two boards sitting on top of a servo. The servo rotates one way, opens it up on the bottom, rotates the other way, opens it up on top, and loads a ball in and then drops one in that time period. Next, we discussed the building materials for the robot very briefly. We cannot really come up with a solid building material for the robot until we decide what sort of design we're going with, whether we're going with propulsion or gravity. Once we have this figured out, the materials will be much easier. Next, we also briefly discussed different algorithms for winning ping-tac-toe. This isn't at the top of our priority list right now, however we still need to think about it so that when it comes time to program this, we have the best algorithm we can have. The challenges that our group is facing for next week and beyond is deciding on gravity or propulsion launching system. This is important because if we cannot decide this, we will not have the ability to design and start building our robot. After we come up with the gravity or propulsion, we need to start designing our robot and then start building it. Once we have the robot built and working a little bit, then we can work on our algorithm for ping-tac-toe. This isn't nearly as crucial as building and designing the robot because ping-tac-toe algorithm is not going to come into play until the very last demonstration. Plus, other groups have had problems with the robots even working at the final demonstration, so we want to make sure we have this robot built and working well before we even really start getting into this algorithm. Our group is progressing on schedule, if not ahead of schedule right now, which is great. We're in the position we want to be. We want to stay ahead of schedule if possible, so that we give ourselves more leeway for problems that come up later down the road. As far as our next milestone, I'm expecting us to have a propulsion design built and working along with a shooting algorithm, meaning we can have our robot target a cup, shoot it, and make that cup 100% of the time. So far, our group has been working really well together. Everyone has been extremely amicable and professional. This is great because everyone has the ability to say their ideas and argue ideas without having to worry about somebody getting their feelings hurt or tempers flaring. Also, the workload has been spread out very well across the group. Not a single person is getting overloaded with work, and this is allowing us to balance our work lives other than this class, which is very crucial for later on down the road because we're all going to need to be working together at our full capacity to get this project done. That's all I have for this first video update. I'm Spencer Mead. Thank you.